Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko 412CPKL automatic door bottom seal. PemkoPrene surface mount. So the Pemko 412 is representative of the fact that this is a automatic door bottom. This is specifically a surface mount model, and that's what the end profile of it looks like. Okay, and there are several different facets and features to an automatic door bottom. We'll go through them one at a time. So the 412 is available in different finishes from Pemko with their PemkoPrene, which is a higher performing sort of seal material that Pemko features. Okay. The C means that it is in the C part of the part number means that it's in the clear anodized finish. It's a clear anodized aluminum finish, and then the PKL is your PemkoPrene. Automatic door bottom. This is a surface mounted model. You've got this end here that's got this screw head in it. You've got the other end that does not have that feature. And the principle of all automatic door bottoms, whether they be the 412, a residential duty, lighter duty version in a surface mount, or mortised, or heavy duty, or semi-mortised, or lead lined, or for STC control, whatever it might be, they all have a similar principle, and that principle is this plunger, this nut that you see on the end with the Phillips drive in it. We're going to call it a plunger. And I can turn that counterclockwise or clockwise. Unscrewing it or turning it counterclockwise is the same as making the projection of the plunger greater out the end of the automatic door bottom. Okay? The amount that it sticks out is directly related to the amount of drop that you will get from the automatic door bottom. So the principle of an automatic door bottom is that when the door closes, the seal drops down. As soon as the door opens, just a couple of inches, that seal snaps back up into the housing. And that's a common trait for all automatic door bottoms. And what that allows you to do is to get a nice positive seal on the doorway when the door is closed. But when the door is open, you don't have that same seal dragging across an uneven floor or a carpeting condition or whatever the case might be. The door bottom is doing its job only when the door is closed. Every other time it's retracted up safely into its housing. Now, how you get it to drop is by this plunger being depressed, being pushed into its housing. Okay? And when I push it in, you can see that the bottom drops. All the way across. You can see that the bottom drops. When this is attached to the face of the door and the door begins to close, this plunger side is the hinge side of the door. It's only the hinge side. The opposite side is the lock side. So what happens is, as the door closes, the plunger comes in contact with the frame. Since the door continues to close and this is secured to the face of the door, that plunger has only one place to go, and that's into the housing. That causes a reaction because it's connected to a flat spring, and I'm going to show that to you right now. And that flat spring forces the entire seal to drop down. So let's give it a try. I'm going to push the plunger in with my finger, because this is, by the way, a low closing force model, meaning it doesn't take a lot of pressure to actually push it closed. I'm going to push it in, and you can see there that the flat spring assembly is revealed. And that's all connected by action of me pushing that plunger in. Okay. Now, what might come to your mind is, well, this is a handed item, and it is, indeed is. And while the instructions say that it can be reversed, you would order this the proper hand. This is and it will look reversed to you, but this is a right-hand model. This would be the hinge side over here, and it is being assumed that the door swings in. So it would be, this is the hinge side, and the door would have to swing like this. Well, actually, looking at you, it would be, looking in the camera, it would be opposite, because it's a, you know, I'm in a camera, it's a reverse image of what it actually is. So your door is going to swing like this. To you, that would, you know, it does actually look correct. So you'd order it per the handing that you need. Because there's that flat spring that's in there, the next thing that might come to mind is the fact that you can only trim this down a certain amount. That screw that you see there in the opposite end, the lock end, is the end of the flat spring assembly. You can only trim this up to that point, which is 2 inch. Okay, looking at it right side up, this is the lock edge. You can only trim it really up to here, but 2 inch is the magic dimension. So keep that in mind. You can just cut this with a miter box saw, and that's no problem, but you can't go past that screw. You can't go more than 2 inch is the bottom line. So the feature, the function of all automatic door bottoms is the same, where they are connected to that flat spring. You know, and they work like a guillotine. So when I depress that, it doesn't come down even. It comes down unevenly, and that's okay. See how that? Now what happens in reality is that this end that drops first will make contact with the floor, and I'll use my thumb to prevent it from going any further, and then what you'll see is over on this end, it will be forced to drop down evenly. So what happens is it comes down and then guillotine action like that, allowing it to contour itself to an uneven floor. Not a wavy floor, of course, but an uneven floor. That's another advantage of these. Includes screws to attach it, you know, to the door, right through those holes. There's 3 of them there. Available in 3-foot and 4-foot lengths. And also an end plate. And this end plate, you actually need to attach this before you get your entire door bottom attached. This goes on the face of the door, gets nailed, and there are 2 small brad nails included, 2 of them. Gets nailed to the door first, so that it trims off the end of the look like this when you are on your hinge side. You know, so a door that swings in, obviously, like this would, you don't want to see all that, you know, inner assembly, so they include that plate. But the end plate gets nailed to the door first, and then you bring the door bottom up to it. So you'll have to lay that out before you get, you know, everything drilled. Includes instructions. Everything here we've covered with the exception of the field reversing of this model. It can be done. The instructions are here. It's not difficult to do that. Disassembly and reassembly of the mechanism is required to reverse the hand. For fitting, these door bottoms may be cut down a maximum of 2 inch. To reverse, remove the small anchoring screw on the back of the unit and slide out the drop bar and plunger assemblies together. So it is very easy to do that. You would remove this screw, you would slide everything out, and turn it around and bring it back in the other way, and you'll see that you've got a preparation in the other end for that screw should you have to reverse it. Now I'm not going to unscrew this and reverse it all in this video. It's done so infrequently that you can reach out to us and we'll walk you through how to do that. But other than that, everything else in the instructions is completely covered. Again, available in different finishes if I haven't already said that. Pemko is a full-line manufacturer of all things weather stripping related, not only residential nature automatic door bottoms like this, but everything commercial weather stripping related. And they get into other things such as continuous hinges and filler plates for the steel door industry as well. Good quality company, Pemko, no doubt about it. Door bottoms are a great solution for your uneven floors or those flooring situations where you don't want to drag your door sweep across the entire floor. If you have any questions on the Pemko 412CPKL automatic door bottom or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.